guys, let's explain it. Let's get into it because lots and lots of stuff going through my head, and I think I need to get this off my chest. So, not November just gone, but the November before that. So it's been a year and 2 months that I gave into the alcohol, and I thought I had control. I had been clean off meth, and I had been clean off, getting on the drink, and I was doing really well. Trained myself to not look at humans as triggers of having a drink or using. So I thought, I'll have one for tonight. I went out and I thought I'll have one, and then I had two, I had three, I had four. I realized that it come an obsession pretty fucking quick too. So I went from no drinking for so long, and then a bottle of Jaeger, and that happened for a while, and then I got in a Trek zone, and that stopped me for a couple of months, and then I redone it and I got back on it, and I started the social drink. So I was drinking not at home, just drinking by myself. I would go out and drink, so I'd drink at a friend's house, and then go to the club, and every so often, if it was a function or a dance night, whatever, I'd go. So I didn't just drink just normally on my own. So it literally feels like it wasn't a habit, but the thing I'm getting to, it was a habit, because it led me down the path of my rock bottom. I gave into the drugs, and when I go from here, almost 3 years clean from ice, and I just go bang, if I didn't have that drink, I wouldn't have used. So now if I drink, guaranteed I'm going to use, because I broke that fucking training that I've done. I used to be able to drink and not think about using, and that took me a fucking long time. It took me a long time to look at humans and not want to drink as well. So I trained that happening, and I broke the thing, and then now, I went out New Year's, and I thought I'm just going to drink. Obviously when you drink, have no fucking control whatsoever now. But I want to get to why I started drinking. Now, there's always a seed to why you relapse. There's a long time before you relapse, and then you relapse, and then it goes on. Now, my normal relapse is last night, and then I go back into my recovery. But this one lasted quite a fucking time, and I had to stop drinking because, I fucking love getting on the shit, Now, the reason why I started drinking is because of my sexual trauma. So the last fucking year, I've been thinking about hooking up, Every male and female has those urges to want to have a bit, So I said to myself, how do I get through? Because I got into recovery, and I got off the shit, and I started feeling feelings, And I know that when I do stuff here on my own, I'm going to be personal now, there's a feeling that I've never felt before, So all my feelings are all activated, So of course I wanted to feel something else when it comes to that kind of stuff, So the first time I decided that I'll have someone over, and I fucking drank a lot of alcohol, and they were very aware of my situation, and it didn't happen because the trauma from my past had come up, and having all these feelings being straight, like, it just sent me into to an absolutely build up of the stuff that I've buried, stuff that I've never spoken to anyone about, buried in here, had come up because I've got all these feelings and emotions, and I'm understanding things. And then I was like, wow, I can't even get blind drunk like I used to and fucking hook up. I used to get drunk and fucking hook up, black out, and here we go, fucking boom boom. But it wasn't allowing me to do it this time. And I believe it is because my emotions come, and I'm fully open with emotions, and the trauma come in, and it started to flood in, and it started to fuck my head. So then I kept drinking, and I started thinking about it. So a whole fucking year I've been thinking about this, And then I met someone that I truly fucking was I felt very attracted to them, and I really fucking liked them as well, and it got in the way again. My trauma was there, and it wouldn't even allow me to let the hugs in or anything. Nothing would allow. I was just a stunned fucking deer in light. What do I do? Like, I felt like I had never done shit before. Like, and in past as well, I've always been drunk when I do it, and I've always been out of my fucking head when I do it. So it's just like, I'm fucking off my guts, I'm going to do it. If I was straight, I wouldn't do it. I needed that stuff. And I don't know if anyone else experiences this. Let me know in the comments as well, because it's quite hard to get through this. And I'm really struggling with it, So come to the surface, and I realized, you know what? that first time that I used, it was all because of this had come up, and it's here, and it's really fucking hurting me, because I want to be normal. You know, I wanted to be normal before and live a normal life and go out and do a job and I'm fucking normal now. But there's not normal when it comes to affection, when it comes to loving, you know, all that kind of stuff. I struggle with it, and that's because of the stuff that I went through as a child and as an adult. So now I pulled back and I said to myself, I've got to face this, yeah? And I have a body image, you know, there's a lot of things that I go through, you know, I either starve myself or I throw my foot up, so I've got like a issues, yeah? Nobody knows, yeah? And I fucking slice my hand up if I can't get through stuff, whatever else, yeah? There's a side that I show to the internet that is amazing, and there's a side that I show at my house, yeah? Now, last year, I was going to fucking learn how to shoot up so I could actually OD on fucking the stuff so I wouldn't make it, yeah? Because I knew if I'd done that, I'd die, yeah? So people don't know this me, right? That's at home. You see the happy, how you going, yeah? So this year, I'm going into traumatic therapy. So I'm going to face my fears, face my trauma. I'm also going to learn of what I have. You know, I've never been diagnosed with stuff, and I know I've got something wrong with me. And, you know, I've pretty much done a lot of research on myself, and I believe what I've got, they'll say. But it comes down to the trauma, yeah? Now, I went back to the drinks, I went back to the drugs because of my trauma. Now, I've healed everything else, yeah? But then when it comes to that, you know, I've been hiding it for ages. I've been keeping it down, the shit that I've gone through, you know. I never really spoke about it. So it's really sent me back into that obsession. So my 2024 is to get therapy to face that. Now, whether afterwards I can meet someone, hook up, I don't think in that boat to ever do it again, because, you know, I truly cared for someone and my mental state was fucked, yeah? And, you know, I hurt people, yeah? I see someone, I cut you off, I get in a relationship, and I'm sick of you after a month, you know? And that's not including the sexual stuff, but that's including that I just shut the fuck off, and there's nothing there, and I can walk away as fast as I got into it, and, you know, it's just, yeah, I'm pretty fucked, yeah? But I just wanted to share that, and people that think they know what I want, they don't know what I want, right? Only I do. I know. I've studied myself for 5 years. I know fucking what I want and what I do and what I don't need. And I know that I had feelings for someone because of the way it felt, but things got in the way, yeah? And I want everyone to know is that when you relapse, find the trigger. What was the trigger? Now, my trigger to go on that obsession for a year and 2 months binge on alcohol was because of my past trauma, my sexual trauma. I haven't faced yet, you know. And I don't know if you've faced it or not, whoever's watching this, but that's going to be the fucking one of the hardest things, you know. My religion, how I was raised, was pretty hard. It nearly broke me when I faced it. My dad one nearly broke me when I faced it, but this is more intense with my own body and the things that went on with me, the things that happened to me, you know. It's a bit more fucking, you know, pulling on the heartstrings, you know. And because I feel stuff now, it's gonna really fucking hurt too, but I know I gotta be strong. And when I finish that session of therapy, I know what to do when I come home and how to cradle myself into keep going through life and attend that next therapy thing, yeah? Because I know that I need professional help, and I know that I don't talk to anyone about it. So if I can't talk to anyone about it, if I can't even talk to myself about how I'm going to talk to someone else about it. So I know I need professional help, and this is the one person I'm going to open up to and try and face that. Whether I make it through, whether I accept it, whatever the outcome is, you have to find the root of your trauma, and the biggest thing is facing that. And I'm not healed after this too, yeah, because I'm an addict. I still got to keep up with it. I've got to watch my behavior. I've got to be aware of my surroundings, you know. I know I need a bit alone because I need my own space, because I get sick of people really quickly. I need a lot of time because my fucking mental state, and I don't want people around me all the time either, you know. So even if I got into a relationship, it had to be a relationship where you live in your house and I live in my house, yeah. So that's a little bit messed up, yeah. But look, I'm at that age now. I'm 40 years old in a month, so I'm not there to run amok anymore. I'm there to understand myself, do some fucking holidays with my cat, you know, see my son, live out the rest of the life with my mum and sister because they're getting old, and just enjoy things. I don't need to concentrate on adding anything else extra in my life because it makes me melt down, yeah. And yeah, so that's my share, guys. And to you, my dear, I'm sorry, but I love you heaps, and Yeah, I wish you well. But here's to my story, and here's to my healing. I've gone off social media, everyone. I've just decided to wipe everything out and just concentrate on me. It takes 60 days to break a habit, and it takes a year to retrain the mind and retrain what I see the world as now, and not as a big fucking giant pipe or an alcohol drink. I have to see it differently. Getting a job, going back to the gym, which I'm trying every fucking night to go back to the gym, but it's not happening, and just really understanding my needs, my fucking needs. So yeah, happy recovery, guys. Was an addict. Tomorrow I would have been 3 years clean. Unfortunately, I'm not, and that's to blame on me. Yeah, I could have said yes and I could have said no, and unfortunately I said yes. And I seen before I went, I seen it, and I went, hey, fucking come here, Bella, come here and sit down and then have a conversation with you, yeah? This is gonna be a habit, and if you don't fucking pull your fucking head in now, you're gonna end up like you were 5 years ago. And I said, oh, okay, sweet. Then I went into how I deal with things, and I've done it for 5 years. So people that think they know what I want and stuff, and I'm talking about males, you don't fucking know what I want, because the dick is what happened to me when I was younger. So if I'm looking at a dick, the dick is the thing that fucking molested me. So I don't want a dick, and that's 100%. But the other stuff, I wasn't sure I was interested in as well. But that's for me to find out in the future, and whether I do or I don't. We all learn from stuff, and I think this was meant to happen for me to learn and for me to grow. And I'm sorry if I hurt anyone on the fucking way, but I'm fucking 1 week clean and sober and off cigarettes. So, and if you don't hear from me, don't be worried, because I'm just I'll come out and you go, holy fucking shit, and I'll be back to me again. But that's gonna take time. Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight, but it will happen. So keep your shit together, put your head in, and focus on what you want. And my focus is to get back to that 3 years, but with the sober. The sober is what fucked me, and then me trying to get sexual, because I thought I was a bit sexual, but I tried it with male and female, and male and female, they were both fine. Yeah, doesn't matter who it is, I still have that issue, and I still have to solve it. So yeah, that's my share, guys. Happy recovery.